Hey, what's up all you incredible souls watching? My name is Brittany Denson.
And this is the Endo Channel.
Okay, so this week we are focusing on the endo supporter perspective. This is my husband, Aaron, of 8 years, and like a lot of endo supporters, he simply did not sign up for this role. And I say that because whenever you're getting an endo diagnosis, on average, it takes about 10 years. And this was absolutely the case for me. I had my first surgery when I was 13, and the doctors thought my pain was related to my appendix. They quickly went into surgery to find a healthy appendix, but both of my ovaries were covered in endometriomas, which they're filled with a chocolate-like material, so they're also known as chocolate cyst. Now, this was not a diagnosis for me. I never heard the term endometriosis until not long after that surgery. I went seeking help again for pain, heavy and irregular bleeding. Ladies, it is not normal for your cycle to bring you to your knees. Now, this new gynecologist, he said, yeah, your symptoms seem to be classic with endometriosis. But he said the only way to get an official diagnosis is for us to do a laparoscopic surgery, which he was not willing to do because I recently had surgery and given my age. So I left this office not being prepared in any sense what this disease could potentially mean for my life, or that I needed to eventually have that diagnostic surgery. So yes, I left the doctor's office. Soon after that, the term quickly left my mind. I mean, I was 13 years old. My doctor wasn't concerned. Why should I be? I received my official diagnosis at 23 years old, marriage, and 2 kids later. Love, hey, thank you so much for being on the channel. I know that this journey has been extremely difficult for you too.
Sure, not a problem.
Okay, so in efforts to shed more light on the endo supporter perspective, I'm going to be asking my husband Aaron some questions regarding his experience with endo over the last 10 years. So we'll start with this. Before the diagnosis, what did you experience? Meaning, I guess whenever my symptoms just really were coming to the surface and we were going from doctor to doctor, no answers, everyone was saying, oh, she's fine, there's nothing showing up.
Well, I experienced, I don't know, it was extremely frustrating because we knew something was going on.
Mm-hmm.
Symptoms were strange, but it was frustrating because no one really was digging. So that was, we just didn't know what was going on. So it was just kind of, everybody was in limbo.
Right, okay. So before the diagnosis, did you ever experience any type of doubt in my symptoms and pain?
No, it was pretty clear that everything, there was something going on, and we just didn't know what it was. But no, I never doubted that.
Good. Okay, so when would you say you hit your turning point? Meaning, this is my reality, endometriosis, it's part of my family now.
Really, after this, actually after your second surgery. And I think that was when I realized that it was going to keep coming back each time. And you start telling me about, different girls that had had a lot more surgeries than you'd had.
Mm-hmm.
So that's whenever I thought, hey, we need to kind of figure out, is there anything we can do outside of the medical realm as far as, nutrition and things of that nature. And that's when I got really serious about it and started really doing as much research as I could on the disease and how the, different foods affect, or health symptoms, that sort of thing. So.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. I love that. Knowledge is definitely power, and that has helped us in doing what we're doing with my case. Okay, so that kind of leads me into my next question. How did you step so boldly into this role?
Well, I really didn't. I mean, I'm your husband, so I mean that's what it is. That's what being a husband is, and it sucks. It really does. The disease sucks, and you know, even from my perspective, my point of view, it's really it's terrible on so many different levels. You know, from having to watch you go through different flare-ups and that sort of thing, and just feeling helpless during those times. But yeah, it's really the way the symptoms affect you. You know, it's just it's a tough deal, but you know that's what I mean. That's what being a family is. So that's what it is.
Very well said. Okay, so what about frustration? Can you share the frustration that comes with being a supporter of Endo?
Yeah. So really, I think the biggest thing is, you know, not getting answers from the doctors or hearing the same excuses. You know, because they don't really have a lot of knowledge, so you hear a lot of the same things if they're not really specialized in endometriosis. They basically, you know, you hear a lot of the same answers. So that's pretty frustrating to sit through that, and I know exactly what a lot of doctors are going to say before they even say it, and that's not good. So that's probably the biggest thing.
Okay. So to the millions of Endo supporters out there, what would you say is your best advice for them?
Best advice is to be patient with the whole process. You know, there's not a lot of advancement up to this point, so you got to be patient with, you know, even if, you know somebody that's just got the symptoms and they haven't been diagnosed yet. It takes, you know, a long time, 10 years-ish, to get a diagnosis. So, you know, just be patient with whatever, you know, these women are going through, because it's not easy for them, and the more you know about it, you know, the better. So I would say gain as much knowledge as you can, and just be patient with the whole process.
I love it. Thank you so much again for being on the show, love.
Sure.
Hey everyone! Upcoming on the Endo channel, we have a brand new healthy recipe that is quickly becoming a household favorite. Plus, you don't want to miss me hitting the streets here in Austin, Texas to quiz the locals on their endometriosis knowledge. Okay, so I hope you guys really enjoyed the interview with my husband, Aaron. If you did, please give it a thumbs up.
And don't forget to
Subscribe so you never miss a bit with Britt. See you next time.